All right. You all know why we're here and what we came to do this year. This is only the beginning of a very long season, but Game 1 means just as much as Game 82. Now, we have some new faces here that I really expect to make an impact for us this season. We've already seen flashes of what they can do for us, but I expect all of you to go out there and execute just like we did in camp. Ain't no more excuses. It's time to get serious. If we play our brand of basketball, there's no telling where this team can go. So get out there, get warm, and let's go win this game.
Here we go, our first NBA game. This is something I've been waiting for my entire life. And to be honest, I'm a little bit nervous. But I know this is where I belong. So I just gotta get out there and do what I was born to do. I hope I can make my family proud.
Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see the Miami Heat defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. And so the tip-off, it's Miami. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor.
Your whole life has been spent leading up to this, and finally he's going to get to take the court in the NBA. I mean, his mind has to be racing like a million miles an hour.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I mean, there are all different kinds of pressure situations. This is about as nerve-wracking as it gets. But even so, I don't think it takes away from how much he enjoys it.
Well, with Freak Clark, there was a question whether he would stay another year in college. Really was a tough decision for him, but he ended up coming out after his freshman year.
And, Kevin, it's really hard to blame a guy like Freak for doing that. I mean, he's clearly NBA ready, and he's putting a lot at risk for every year he stays in school when he could be on the NBA clock.
And here we see the debut of Freak, the kid from Harlem. His first time on an NBA floor. And, Clark, it's a moment that he's worked very hard to achieve, and his family has got to be proud.
Extremely so, Kevin. It's been a long journey for him, but every level along the way he's found success. High school phenom, playing for a college championship. I wouldn't bet against this kid in anything when it comes to basketball.
Well, you look back at the 2015 Heat, and the injuries are what probably brought that team down. We can go from Chris Bosh with the debilitating blood clot on his lung and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury, of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. If you take any star off a team, things are going to get difficult. It was impressive that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once Bosh went out.
For Miami, they have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
And I know the free throw shooting is an area they focused on improving coming into this season.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it. You know, Bosh was the big injury hit for the Heat, but they had a lot of other injuries as well. I mean, had to use 31 different starting lineups last season, and 20 different players started at least one game.
Goes up to the stripe. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And that's now 11 points for Kemba Walker.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
And it's Freak missing.
And injuries are something that you can't plan for, but you can prepare for them. And hopefully the Heat can avoid injury woes this season. If they can, they at least have players who have been through that struggle last year.
Batum's good.
They've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Freak kicks to Anderson. Drops in the layup for two.
Boy, this game is off to a flying start.
Yeah, we're seeing some high-octane offense from both sides in this one.
Now it's ended down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with head coach Steve Clifford.
Defending Amari Stoudemire is always a challenge, but Coach said he's even tougher now that he's developing his back-to-the-basket game. He said Amari can drive, shoot, and now post. He's going to get his points. We've just got to do our best to keep him away from the rim and deny him second-chance opportunities. A tall task, Kevin.
Always great to hear from you, Doris.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next three quarters as well, Greg.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Outside, Walker. Kicks to Hansbrough. Back to Walker. There's a screen by Hansbrough. And it's Walker penetrating. Hansbrough, that's good. Hansbrough's got his first points of the game.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Stoudemire. The shot from the low post is good. Charlotte trailing. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. There's a screen by Hansbrough. And Batum kicks to Walker. Hits it from three-point range. Walker's got 14 points.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Here's Freak. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Kemba Walker picks one up. Miami shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. Free throw good. Freak. And mark that bucket down, folks. That's the first career basket from Freak.
And a scrappy one, but he'll take it. It doesn't matter how you get those first points in the NBA. It just matters that you get them.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there'll be plenty of chances to create spectacular highlights in the years to come for this young.
Okay, Miami, now coming on the court.
Well, earlier we sat down with Freak and asked him about playing in his first NBA game.
You know, I've thought about this moment my entire life. Now that it's finally here, the feeling's pretty crazy. But I know it's just the beginning. I got a lot of hard work ahead of me to get to where I want to go, to be the best player and the best teammate I can be. But this is an exciting first step, no doubt.
You know, Clark, you don't see that kind of perspective for most rookies, do you?
You really don't, Kevin. I mean, I really like his approach to the game. What remains to be seen.
Miami leading by 7. And the hope for Jeremy Lin last season was that he'd take a step forward in his development, but it almost was the opposite in his play.
And that can happen. You don't always go a straight line north in your improvement in this league. He'd been on an upward swing as far as his shooting accuracy, but last season was the worst since his rookie year in that area.
No good from Lamb.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And a wide open look for Walker. Drains it from beyond the arc. Walker's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And you know what? He's got a new BFF. It's the triple.
And it has been his BFF today anyway. Most of his points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. Outside, Walker, and the foul called on Freak. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Boy, that's his second foul, and he does not want to pick up number 3 here. That'll mess your game up for sure.
Now here's Lamb. Tight defense on him. Shot is good, and the Heat's lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Kemba Walker.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Here's Freak. Falls back and drains the fadeaway jumper. And the Heat lead by 3. Charlotte has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Walker with room to shoot. And it's Miami with the rebound. Anderson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. They set the pick. Passes it to Winslow. Just 5 to shoot. Stoudemire outside. The Heat need to get a shot off. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Hornets trail by 3. 54 seconds left in the first half. There's Winslow. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
And one thing we know about Justice Winslow, he is great on the big stage. He was amazing in the tournament for Duke a season ago. Got better and better as he helped his school capture the national championship.
With Winslow, it's all about improvement and being great on the big stage. I think he can do that, Greg. You talked about, what he did in the national championship run. Clark, he was a fantastic foundation to begin with.
Yeah, you know what? He's not got many holes in his game. Solid at the defensive end, can score a lot of ways, puts his hands on winning at both ends of the floor.
Here's Green, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's his first trip to the line. The first one falls. Both free throws good from Green. And so it's Charlotte with it, trailing by 4. They set the screen. Now here's Walker, guarded closely. And he gets it to go. Walker's got 27 points.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenge.
All right, guys, I want to go over some things before we get back out there. I definitely can't find any fault with the way we shot the basketball. Our shot selection has been just like I hoped it would be. We're putting up some very efficient numbers, gentlemen. Our offense in the paint was a positive. Our entry passes were sharp, and you showed off some excellent post moves. Really nice footwork down there. And let me touch on tempo for a second. We're not out to use the whole shot clock, but I would like to see us get set up offensively. This is a very tough opponent, and we've...
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third.
Walker having a fantastic...
Heat leading by 8. Here's Freak. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Freak's got 6 points.
And that's what you like to see right there. A solid move to give himself some room and take it inside.
Outside, Lynn. They double him with Freak. Batum passes to Hansbrough. Lamb with the ball. And Bosch picks him up defensively. The Hornets rebound.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
There's a good screen. Batum dishes to Lamb. There's a screen by Hansbrough. And slam dunk by Lamb.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
Bosch misses. Hornets trail by 8. After making it to the playoffs in 2014, the Hornets couldn't repeat the feat in 2015. A slow start probably, Greg, more than anything else did him in.
Really disappointing season coming in with such high expectations, and 33 and 49 just not good enough to get into the playoffs in any season.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line. And Miami making a change here. Anderson's checked in. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Kid Gilchrist, he's checked in for Lamb. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Miami.
You know, I thought maybe they'd cool off a bit at halftime, but they continue to bury the jump shot.
Something was off first.
And so it's Miami winning this one. Probably a little closer than...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Chris Bosh.
Chris Bosh came to play tonight, guys, and that's a frightening prospect.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight, but we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.
You're always going to have people who don't believe that you're really good at what you do.
I'm coming home. New York City, baby. I'll be honest, I'm pretty excited. Mama, Pops, and Cece, yeah, they're gonna be there. Playing in front of them in an NBA uniform for the first time is gonna be a special moment for me. Now, I know all of Harlem's gonna be watching. No pressure, right? It's all good, though. I've been waiting for this my entire life. And I'll be ready.
It's time for some hoops at the home of the New York Knicks. We're bringing it to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. Taking a look at Miami, they've been picking up... So the Heat, their last game, a win against the Detroit Pistons.
They just looked stable pretty much from the get-go, guys. I mean, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game that you don't see at home, but not the case in that one.
Tremendous balance on display, Greg. I mean, when you look at who was carrying the scoring load, making assists, playing unselfishly, I mean, they had it all working, and that led to the nice road win.
And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Heat.
That mid-range shot has been a weapon for them up to this point, fellas.
They're also having a lot of success from the free throw line tonight. You always want to cash in from there.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out. Space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds, and they look strong here in the early going.
Teams value the three so much nowadays. Let's check out the best at it. In fourth, the Heat.
On that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
Knicks trail by 14.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
Just the shot they wanted. Point-blank range.
Heat have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Stoudemire, the screen.
Move the ball.
Here's Freak. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. The Miami Heat came up short last season in hopes of getting back to the playoffs. Clark, their road record didn't help them much.
Yeah, 17-24. I don't think you can be that far under 500 on the road and hope to play in the postseason.
And how about for the Heat having the best road record of any team that didn't make the postseason in the East? But as you said, struggling on the road will sink a team battling for a playoff spot.
Here's Serafin. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. The Heat leading by 12. Freak dishes to Anderson from 11 feet away and too long on the shot.
You know, one final note, guys, on the Heat and their road losses. They ended up going only 2-8 in their last 10 road games of the year. That was a big part of how they fell out of the 8th playoff seed.
Afflalo, no good. For the New York Knicks, they come into this one following a loss to Orlando.
Yeah, major problems at the charity stripe in that game. They just could not convert their free throws.
And that makes it hard to win, especially on the road. You get a chorus of about 20,000 yelling at you every time you put one off the rim. Boy, that's got to wear on you.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
Calderon kicks to O'Quinn to the inside. Shot by Serafin, no good. Miami leading by 12. Here's Freak. Drills it from outside. Freak's got 7.
And a huge lead here early to start.
Boy, you know, right from the tip, there's not anything they haven't done well so far.
There's the screen. On its way from Afflalo for 2. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. And that's now 6 points for Aaron Afflalo.
lot of tough teams in this league, Kevin. Here's where New York sits right now. 3rd in free throw percentage, 4th in steals. And they're in the top half of the league in blocks. That's pretty good. Not too bad.
And you know, their free throw shooting, overlooked by some, but it's kept them alive in close games. And you definitely get confidence when you have the ability to convert on those opportunities.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Winslow. Count it from 12. And the Heat lead by 15.
He's so tough to guard. He can fake you one way and then just spin right by you.
Aflalo outside. To the paint. Here's Galloway. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's on Chris Anderson.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you could hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
New York shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game. He hits the 2nd from the line. 59 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Freak. An 11-point game for him in the win against Detroit. Green inside the 3-point line. Aflalo pulls it in. Knicks trail by 14. Dishes to Calderon. Feeds it to Galloway. Here's Amundsen. Defended by Anderson. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
And they've got to get their heads into this game. They're giving the ball away far too easily.
Right you are. I mean, that's turnover number 3 already. Not the way you want to start a ball game.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. In the corner, Winslow with it. The pass to Freak. There's a screen to the inside, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And so it's New York with it. They trail by 14. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams met down in South Florida.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated.
And a chance to hear from former number 2 overall pick Derek Williams about his focus offensively.
Just getting to the basket more, being able to finish.
2 huge improvements for him. Greg, can he do more?
Definitely, yeah.
New group in for the Knicks. Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Lopez. Amundsen comes in for Derek Williams. Porzingis, he's checked in for Anthony. And it's Calderon in for Aaron Aflalo. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Freak in at point guard. Winslow is out there with Stoudemire. Then there's Gerald Green. And it's Anderson in at the center position. Here's Serafin. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on it.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. No good on the second free throw. It's stolen by Stoudemire. The drive by Green. Freak with it. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Stoudemire. The feed to Freak. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Can't get it to go. So New York will take it the other way. Amari Stoudemire, with a change of scenery last season, was bought out by the Knicks, signed with the Mavs midway through the season.
That was the best thing to happen with Stoudemire, in my opinion, Kevin. He got to play playoff basketball again, and we know that wasn't going to happen in New York.
Here's Anderson, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Yeah, and if they can maintain this energy level, their lead will be safe.
Here's Serafin. And, yep, finally dropped after rolling around the rim. Serafin's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
He can be a matchup nightmare if he can get it in the paint.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded close. And here's Winslow. Now Freak. And he gets the bucket. Freak's got 11.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Calderon passes to Galloway. Amundsen kicks to Galloway. Here's Serafin. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
And he hasn't cashed in on his chances at the line, only making one free throw.
Well, Kevin Serafin in this one, he's got 10 points and a steal. Don't underestimate how important he's been.
And this is what we see when we talk about potential. He's tapped into it today, guys.
Here's Calderon. It drops for his second made shot of this game. An unimpressive 2-of-7, though.
They started the game off tortoise-like, but their offense coming to life.
Yeah, they've got a little bit more pep in their step as they start to put together some rhythm.
Winslow kicks to Anderson. Now here's Freak. D right on him. And here's Green outside. It's hauled in by Porzingis.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
There's Galloway. He's got 10. Back to Calderon. Inside. Shot left block. And there are the Knicks with another bucket. There's 49 seconds left here in the second. Freak dishes to Anderson. It's blocked. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Stolen by Winslow. A baseline J. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Nice piece of work there. Get yourself a little space and pull the trigger.
Galloway kicks to Calderon. Amundsen, the pass to Serafin. Here's Galloway. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Shot's good for Serafin.
Yeah, it's just a smart shot, taking advantage of the mismatch.
Well, with a stroke like that and the height advantage as well, mid-range J is almost a gimme.
And the first half comes...
Well, Jose, I saw you speaking with Coach. How did he critique the...
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. New York. Different look for New York. Kevin Serafin is checked in for Lopez. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Porzingis. And it's Williams in for Aaron Aflalo. Anthony out there with Kyle O'Quinn. Then it's Derek Williams. Then it's Kevin Serafin. And it's Calderon in at the 1. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle. And that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
And for Gerald Green, another productive year last season coming off the bench. Though it was a smaller role, a small step back from the season before when he started over half the games for the Suns.
Well, there was a log jam in Phoenix at the wing position last season. He certainly matured, though, as he never complained about not starting, just went out and did his job.
Shot is good, and the Heat's lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Anthony. Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Calderon. Winslow kicks to Green. From deep. And he gets the bucket. Green's got 8.
For Gerald Green, it's hard to not think about the star that could have been. The 18th pick in the 2005 draft, right out of high school. It was basically athleticism and upside in his game then. He's finally made it in the NBA now, but has improved.
New York's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Freak, he's in at point guard. Chris Anderson out there with Haslett. Then it's Winslow, and it's Chalmers in at the 2 guard.
Nice, accurate pass right into the middle.
And talking about Gerald Green, it seems like he's been in the league forever. But he was only 29 years old last season. By and large, he's avoided major injuries, so he's still got plenty of tread left on those tires if he wants to keep going at it for a little while longer.
Calderon kicks to Williams. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter. Lopez a screen. Anthony dishes to Calderon. Clock at 4. Anderson with the block. And it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession.
Welcome fans to the FIBA Championship.
A different look for New York. It was Amundsen who's checked in for Lopez. Thomas comes in for Anthony. And it's Vujicic in for Williams. 1:11 left in the fourth quarter. Calderon, that's good.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Miami.
On a given night, 1 or 2 guys might have the off night from the line, but today the team did a much better job with their free throws.
They did not lose focus, and that made a huge difference in the result.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And they're going to get the second game between these two clubs just like they took the first. This will put them up 2-0 with 2 games left to play in their season series against the Knicks.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Whiteside. And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with a fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
4 on the shot clock. Good.
Jose Calderon, Knicks train.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Freak. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
That's his 5th personal foul. Shooting for New York.
First free throw is good.
2 shots.
And both free throws good from Freak. Balanced scoring, Clark, for them. They're moving it well.
Yeah, you love to see teams share the sugar. Everybody getting a touch, everybody enjoying an opportunity to score, and that makes it a lot of fun for everybody on the court.
You know, it sounds better when you say it than watching it, okay? I like better when you say it. Sharing the sugar.
You might want to cut down on that sugar intake, though, Clark. But anyway, everybody's been involved in this offense here early on, and it has a way of helping you defensively.
Lets it go from the wing, and the miss. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin.
Chris, tell us a little bit about the philosophy behind your game and how this team works so well together.
Well, I mean, it's just energy and belief. It's the belief system. You know, we all work hard. I work extremely hard, and you know, when I go out there and just play and don't think about it and play with energy, you know, good things happen.
Chris, congratulations. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. Great.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Hassan Whiteside. He notched his season high, and his scoring really seemed to set the tempo for his team tonight. Let's go to Shaq. What can you say about his performance?
When you talk about Whiteside, you're talking about a guy capable of putting up 20 every single night. We've seen him do that more than a few times, and he's going to keep doing it. His rebounding is fantastic. He's always around the ball. And his timing is outstanding. This guy has great shot blocking instincts.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was...
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith,
What a life, eh, freak? 1 minute you're playing 21 and horse on the courts in Harlem, and the next moment you're in the showroom, configuring the gunmetal and graphite exterior of your luxury car and your iPad mini. Oh, I bet you get a crazy crowd when you drive that car around the block in the old neighborhood, huh?
Yeah, I'm living the dream. Mad pandemonium. But folks from back around the way are real proud of me.
Yeah, I hear you. Local kid makes good. You know, it kind of reminds me of when I took my tech stock public and I rang the New York Stock Exchange bell, and my mom's friends called her up and said, "Maggie, is that your son on Bloomberg News this morning ringing the bell?" And my mom says, "Yes, sirree, Bob, it was him." That was a great moment, freak. And you know, our lives are like a pearl necklace of great moments, all strung together with the finest silk thread of memories. And we have to be very careful how we cultivate those pearls and we thread that necklace.
Does this meeting by any chance have to do with Vic Van Leer?
I grew up in the burbs, freak. I wasn't poor, upper middle class, comfortable. My daddy worked as an accountant for one of the largest insurance firms in the country. Smart with his money. Mom didn't have to work. I went to boarding school. And my dad died of a heart attack when I was a freshman at MIT. I was a movie geek, wanted to be a civil engineer, but I made my fortune by becoming a hybrid of both those interests. My dad didn't want me to be an accountant. Oh, listen to this. My best friend was a guy named Isidore. Yeah, we called him Izzy. He was one of the smartest human beings I have ever met in my life. I mean, Izzy was taking second-year college calculus courses as a high school sophomore, right? Straight-A student, full ride to MIT. Izzy had the world at his fingertips. But he was always looking for trouble, and trouble found him. He ran with the wrong crowd. And when we got to MIT, he got this great job working for a financial consulting firm in Boston. But every weekend, he would fly to Vegas. You see, Izzy had a system for counting cards in Vegas that had the big casinos on the Strip. Oh, stymied. He would come back to MIT with suitcases filled with $200,000 in cold cash.
What?
Yeah.
So your man Izzy was getting hit off like that?
Like a fat rat in a cheddar cheese factory, freak.
Okay, so what happened to this dude Izzy? Because he's dope.
No, not dope. Dead. After he'd been missing for 3 weeks, the Nevada State Police never found hide nor hair of Isidore. And our friendship took a hit when he asked me to hang out with him in Vegas, and I said I wouldn't do it because I knew he was on a dark and twisted path in his life. And yes, he was my dude. But no way was I gonna throw my life away trying to show my loyalty to a guy who really and truly didn't understand what loyalty was all about.
So this meeting is about Vic.
Correctamente.
Okay, well, sir, Vic isn't Izzy.
And why's that, freak?
Well, for one thing, you and your dead friend Izzy didn't grow up poor. Me and Vic grew up in a neighborhood where we had to look over our shoulder every 2 seconds to make sure nobody was going to walk up on us and rob us.
True. Izzy and I did not grow up in the hood. But we, like you, thankfully grew up in a 2-parent household. But even that wasn't enough for Izzy. He wasn't satisfied. He was always looking for a 5-alarm fire when he already had the warmth and comfort of a loving family. This is not about class warfare, freak. This is about the consequences of making bad choices and risking it all when you feel like you have nothing to lose.
Vic is like a brother to me, sir.
But you shouldn't be Brother Vic's keeper, freak. Would a brother go looking for trouble and put your career and your livelihood at risk by getting into fights at nightclubs and seedy after-hour joints and then scream to the media, "Yeah, it's all good, I'm an FOF, friendo freak. It's all misunderstanding. Y'all be haters, don't hate my game." I don't think a brother would do that to someone they really cared about, but a guy who looked at you like a meal ticket would.
No. See, you don't understand Vic.
Really? I don't understand.
No.
Look, man, it was a misunderstanding with the guy in the next VIP booth. His honey started flirting with me, so naturally I started flirting back. Next thing I know, Captain Cornball's off my grill piece beefing. Next thing he know, he got a 2-piece and a biscuit on his left eye. Hey, I don't know who hit him, and it damn sure wasn't me. Hey, Captain Cornball's mad because I'm an FOF, friend of freak. Hey, but check this out, though. He needs to train that hottie before he leave the house, though. Yo, he's hot as ain't loyal, man.
What's there to understand? Are you freaking blind? You know, I just want to know, how much did you pay your lawyers to make all this go away?
Almost $100,000.
Excuse me, son, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I said I paid almost $100,000.
Exactly. And if you keep riding shotgun with Vic, you're gonna go broke. Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Look, Vic is my friend, and I grew up with him. How many times I gotta tell you, sir?
Freak, this is not a request. I am not asking you to do this. I am telling you to do this. And the first order of business is that Mr. Vic Van Leer is banned from traveling with you on the road. Vic is banned from the locker room. And Vic is banned from this arena. And if I catch this guy, Vic, in or anywhere near the facilities, Mr. Vic Van Leer will be arrested for trespassing.
Are you serious, sir?
Brother, I'm as serious as cancer. We all know that can be deadly.
You know, when me and Vic were kids, playing summer tournaments at the Dome, we always imagined making it to the pros, right? And after the crowds left, just a street light was on the court, like 11:30, 12 midnight, even 1 in the morning sometimes. We used to practice player introductions, running on the court, giving dab, high-fiving the teammates. Vic, he would act as an announcer. You know, he would introduce me and announce my name on the loudspeaker, and the Jumbotron would flash my image like a little guy dressed in long shorts and a jersey. And now, fresh off his 3-game, 62-point scoring streak, the youngest player to ever do so in NBA history, Frequency Vibrations. So me and Vic would sit in those empty bleachers at the Dome and dream like nobody's business. And now I'm living a dream. For real. And in so many ways, Vic was part of that.
Please, listen to me. I mean, I know this guy's your dude from way back.
Look, me and Vic go way back like the front seats of a 67 Cadillac.
That's good. We go way back. Did you say front seats?
Front seats of a 67 Cadillac.
We go way back like the front seats of a 67 Cadillac. Well, do you have any crickets? I'm going to be the hit once again at Herbie Allen's Sun Valley Shindig because my fellow billionaires love it when I walk and talk that talk.
So that almost sounds...
No, let me tell you exactly what it sounds like. I respect, admire, and most importantly, love you as a human being and a role model. But I pay you a lot. And I mean, I pay you a lot of money to play for my team. And I am in this game to win it. And you can't win it with an albatross around your neck like Vic. So Vic is done. History. And here's some more lingo that I picked up from a former megastar who used to play for me several seasons ago. Thought I would never release him until I did. And now he's the sixth man on a struggling team in Venice. And yeah, I'm talking Venice with the canals and the gondolas and Harry's Bar, not the street ballers next to the fortune tellers on the beach in Cali. This guy used to tell me when he thought there was a player destroying our team, don't be a hero, cut that zero. And that is what I am telling you about Vic, freak. Don't be a hero, cut that zero. The only thing Vic brings into your life is headache. and unwanted and unnecessary negative attention, and it will begin to affect your mindset. And when it affects your mindset, it's going to affect your play. And when it affects your play, it's going to affect my team. And when it affects my team, it's going to affect my money. And if it affects my money, Google Translate will become your new freaking friend. I want a championship ring, freak, and I want you to help me get that ring. And banners after banners hanging from the rafters in this arena. So, freak, hear me clearly and hear me good. V, G, Vic, gotta go! Handle your business. And remember, that contract you signed contains a morality clause, a very important clause that revolves around your conduct on and off the court, and how it can negatively impact my team. Now, I don't want you to have to learn Italian or Croatian as a second language. And hey, playing pro ball overseas, there's nothing wrong with that. But the arenas are nothing like this, nor will the money be the same. And on top of all of that, this is the U.S. of A., the greatest freaking country in the world. Ask yourself, is Vic worth all that? Think about it. Think long, think wrong.
Tell you about Vic. He has his bad rap. It's not, and I understand some of his judgments might shadow his actual character. He's not that at all. Man, Vic, let me tell you something. We actually, we have love for each other. We're brothers. Blood couldn't make us any closer at all. I mean, he has so much loyalty to me and to my family. You could see even Cece, has issues with him, but he still loves her. He still loves her.
Being on some chill, we go 0 to 100 real quick. They be on that rap to pay the bill, and I don't feel it, not even a little bit. Oh.
LeBron James. What more can you say about the guy that hasn't already been said? He can play anywhere on the court, and he gets it done on both ends like nobody else in the league. If we can't slow him down, this game could get out of hand real quick. It's going to be one of the biggest tests of the season for me, that's for sure. Time to step up.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another exciting broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And for the Heat, we've got another hometown game here in Miami. They went to Cleveland for their last meeting with the Cavaliers, and they came out with the win.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the Stars that led the charge for them in that win.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. Outside Williams. Now the dish to Varejao. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. And now let's check in on the two guards from around the league and see which one of them is playing the stingiest defense over the span of the last 10 games. Third is Iman Shumpert.
And this is a very intense group. I mean, those steals don't come by accident. I mean, they've gotten them through the effort, and they're willing to expend that kind of energy on that aspect of the game.
Well, the most active hands in the league, I think, belong to those fellas right there. I mean, that is one pesky bunch of pickpockets.
Right. And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And the Miami Heat have finished in the top 2 spots or better in each of the years the big three were in town. Last season that changed as they would end up 10th in that Eastern Conference.
Thompson passes to Jefferson. Shot clock at 5. Williams with the ball. Now Green defending. Williams can't hit.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
The screen from Thompson. Williams attacking, and it's blocked. Outside Green. And a wide open look for Freak. No good off the front iron. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Now Williams. 9-point game his last outing. Down low. Stolen by Anderson. Here's Green. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Heat.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And Shumpert kicks to Williams. Cans it from downtown. Williams has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. So for Cleveland, their last game, a win against New Orleans.
And guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And most impressive when you do it on the road like that. They just kept coming at him wave after wave, and they really kept the crowd on mute in that one.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Freak kicks to Winslow. No good from outside. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Pass to Thompson. That's tipped, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
A chance here, Kevin, to see where the Cavaliers currently rank in the NBA. Second in steals, second in opponent field goal percentage. And they're number 2 in slowing down opposing teams' offenses. Opponent scoring ranks second in the league.
And going back to their steals ranking, you have to appreciate the quick hands. I mean, the ball's never safe when they're on the prowl, and I think that mentality is what bothers opponents.
Shumpert dishes to Williams. Pass to Thompson. From deep. The shot is off. And Miami the other way now. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
There's a screen by Williams. He kicks it to Jefferson. Stolen by Winslow. And Jefferson sends it down. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. Here's Freak. Not really his range, and it's off target. Here's Williams. From deep. And so the first. And here's Freak. On his experience is a one-and-done college player.
It was definitely a hard decision. I had to sit down with my family and weigh the options and really take the time to figure out what's best for me. It was tough. I mean, I loved my team, my coaches, and just the whole college experience, you know. But on the other hand, there's always a risk of injury, you know. I just felt like I was ready to take my game to the next level, so why wait? And I think it turned out for the best. No regrets.
Now with more and more freshmen, Clark, making the jump to the pros, we can expect to hear more stories like this, I'm sure.
Well, without question, Kevin, that's the case. And
some changes here for the Heat. Amari Stoudemire is checked in for Whiteside. Gerald Green comes in for Luol Deng. And Freak subbed in for Goran Dragic. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Mozgov. Tristan Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. Shumpert is checked in for Smith. And it's Williams in for Kyrie Irving. Freak in at point guard. Chris Bosh is out there with Green. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Stoudemire in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Anderson, he's checked in for Miami. Winslow comes in for Dwayne Wade.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role. Didn't let the move bother him and still put up solid numbers off the bench. Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Williams. Green against Shumpert. Green, no luck. Alfred Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark's sixth man of the year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career high 55% from the floor.
A nice shot by Winslow.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
Give it up for yours.
A moment here to see the numbers for Shumpert. How last month turned out for him. He's putting up about 8 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
Yeah, great hustle, does all the little things. Just a good complimentary guy to have on your team.
And Cleveland making a change here. Jefferson's checked in.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
And it's Freak missing.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
That's good from Jefferson on the assist by Williams. Williams has got his 4th assist in this one. The Heat trail by 5. Poke loose. Stoudemire, the pass to Freak, pulls up on the wing. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
The shot misses. Good D by Williams.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
A minute 50 left to play here in the half. Pick by Varejao. 4 on the clock. And it's denied. And they'll keep possession. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. James checked in for Cleveland. The Cavaliers have made 2/3 of their free throws tonight. 6 of 9 to be exact. That free throw good from Thompson.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass, was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes. Again, does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
On the wing, Williams. 1:09 left in the first half of basketball. Takes the three. Here's James. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamorous stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
And the free throw, no good. Well, LeBron had kind of a slow start to his season, his return to Cleveland last year.
Yeah, he got off to a bit of a slow start. He had some nagging type injuries, but things turned around, and LeBron was eventually able to get the clubhouse atmosphere where he wanted.
Cleveland leading by 8. Shumpert with it, now guarded by Winslow. The lead pushed to double digits. And that's now 7 points for LeBron.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter. And that atmosphere that LeBron was after, I mean, he described it as wanting a family-like atmosphere.
Anderson kicks the free. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, they don't get much uglier than the quarter he's having.
Yeah, and it's not showing any signs, Greg, of turning around here soon. I mean, his touch is basically gone AWOL.
Verajao with a screen on Green.
That's a wall.
And again, LeBron James. And now it's a 12-point Cavalier lead.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Cavaliers lead by 12. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Dwayne, a couple of quick questions for you. What's your attitude right now, and what do you think will be the...
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. The Heat trail by 13. Freak with it. 6 points for him. And it's Bosch in the corner. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Just some amazing stats put up by Chris Bosh early in his career. But having been in the shadow of LeBron and D. Wade over the past few seasons, one wonders if Bosh is now a little bit underrated. He's talented and gives you everything you want from the power forward spot.
Well, getting back to Chris Bosh, it's always difficult to reshape your game around a superstar teammate. I mean, just ask Kevin Love last year.
You know, it's such a good point. When you think about Bosh, you know, he isn't the kind of guy who demands special attention. You know, he's not mugging for the press. He's not out there for himself. He just really lets his play speak for itself. And you won't find many bigs who are as versatile as he is. And much underrated, I think, as a pick-and-roll defender.
Free dishes to Stoudemire. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
The Cavaliers leading by 12. Outside Irving. On the wing, Williams. Verajao setting the pick for Williams. Out left to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Fires from deep. And it's Freak with the rebound. Freak's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Mo Williams.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they were bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being, as we saw.
Well, you know, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade, and that got them going, I think.
Stolen by Thompson. Irving passes to Williams. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
Yeah, but don't forget about their points in the paint, because those...
So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers, pulling it out. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is...
LeBron, they made a great run, but you were able to hold on. How did you do it?
Just try to keep attacking, try to get to the free throw line, stop the clock, put pressure on their defense, and just try to keep as much pressure on them as possible. You know, this is the new season, and we came in and took care of the job on the road, and hopefully we continue to get better.
LeBron, congratulations.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan, LeBron James.
Well, defensively, he had the quickest hands on the court tonight. Whoever he was guarding, no matter who it was, could never get...
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure.
The only color I care about is green, money. Now, you've certainly made some money so far, Freak, but it's time we make more money. I'm talking movies, TVs, endorsements, even your own brand Jordan sneakers.
I care about the game first, Dom. All that sounds great, but don't you think it's a little too early to be talking about all that?
Too early? LeBron was 12 years old in 6th grade when he was thinking Space Jam. It's never too early to take and make leaps.
I guess.
You guess? This isn't high school. This isn't college. This is the real world. And the real world is fueled by one thing.
Oh, money.
That's right. Money. Dollar bills, y'all. Why do you think they put presidents on them? Because that's what presides over us. I ever tell you guys about the first dollar I ever made?
No, Dom, but you're about to.
Yo, check this out. CC, this is a great story, right? So I'm 7 years old, Queens, New York, 1973. My older brother, Lonzo, he's got a lemonade stand. So that summer, I'm like, Lonzo, you know, let me help out. Let me make a couple of bucks with you. He's like, all right, Dom, come on. I'll teach you the business. So I'm pouring tons of sugar. I'm squeezing the lemons. I got the lemonade stand all set up. I'm like, yo, I got this, right? So I'm watching during the course of the day. I'm noticing something Lonzo's doing. He's not charging for refills. That summer, I convinced Lonzo no more free refills, and we make $2,000 plus tips. Today, Lonzo's Lemonade is a national brand and publicly traded.
Oh, wow. That's dope.
I'm not here to impress. I'm here to improve and to assist. I'm like the Italian-American Magic Johnson, running point for Team Freak. No.
The only person running point around here will be me.
CC, look at my watch. What do you see?
Not this again. I've seen the movie.
This is diamonds and platinum. Gold, forget about it. Silver, forget about it. This is diamonds and platinum. It's power and speed. Freak, this is what you have. You are on your way to being the biggest thing in the NBA. I'm proposing now that we dominate off the court as well as on.
I can't believe I'm saying this, Freak, but Dom has a point. You've been establishing yourself on the court, and now it's time to take it off the court. Brand Jordan sneakers, I mean, the possibilities.
You're going to have to decide the legacy you want to leave. But I'm not some agent from the Yellow Pages. I'm Dom Pagnotti. I'm the man, the myth, the legend, the king, #1. I'm the best. And I'm a shark. And the Pagnotti shark is working for you. And we got to set new goals and bigger goals, okay? I'm talking all-star game. I'm talking... Last time you saw an NBA great in a dunk contest, huh? I'm talking first team All-NBA, first team All-Defensive team.
What about social media?
Yvette, great idea. Social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Let's kick it up a notch. www.freakingandvibing.com. That's right, your own website. I've already set it up for you, and it's running great.
Wait, hold up.
Listen, I'm in negotiations right now on a feature that will allow viewers to watch Freak and only him and his plays during the game.
Yeah, but you set up a website without consulting me?
Yeah.
When did this happen?
Last week.
Uh-oh. Oh, this is gonna be epic.
CC, I love you, but I got no time to waste, and you're out there busy doing whatever it is you're doing.
Whatever I'm doing, you know what? I'm really sick and tired of the disrespect. This is Team Freak, not the Dom Pagnotti Italian-American opera.
Cece, calm down, all right? Dom here, he's just trying to take us to the next level.
Look, Ming Ching, I don't even know why you're here when your job is to look good and shut up.
Cece, chill.
No, I'm done chilling. Between your clown agent and your gold-digging girlfriend, I've had enough.
Gold digger? You're the winner of the Lucky Sperm contest, and I'll have you know I am currently starting my own fashion line. I've already got model contracts from Beijing to Milan, not to mention I graduated top of my class. Summa cum laude.
You mean thank you, Laude?
I don't need a man to save me or provide for me, okay? I got my own, boo.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then why has all your success and fame coincided with your relationship with my brother? I mean, if you're really on top of your game, wouldn't that have happened before y'all even met?
Right? You know what, Cece? You're just jealous. It's okay, though. Why don't you just play the background, yeah? Enjoy the ride.
Y'all both done yet?
May I continue? Now listen, as far as movie properties go, I've already got a script based upon a story of your life, Freak, okay? So guys, check out these possible titles. Freaking and Vibing, Life and Times, Volume 1. The Freak Chronicle, Freak the Fast and Furious, Part 1 does it, and this one's my favorite, Freak, you're gonna love this. He got Pagnotti.
Whoa,
You
okay,
love it,
all
right?
Dom. Yeah, but look, you're the man, but you're not the man. Okay, you work for me. You have to follow my lead. I'm all for your ideas, but in due time. As for now, I want to focus on the court, and we'll discuss some of your ideas at a later date. Understood?
Yo, we're cool in the gang, bro. That's all you had to say.
All right, good. Thank you. Vet, chill. You cannot let Cece get underneath your skin. But on the same token, you cannot go out of your way to piss her off. I don't have time to be playing peacekeeper between you two.
You know what? We need to talk about this afterwards alone.
Fine. Cece, you need to hold this together. You and I both agreed long ago that Dom was the best agent for me. He has delivered. Are his methods questionable? Is he a shark? Yes and yes. But he is our shark. He's what's best for me, which means he is what's best for all of us. Your job is to bring us balance. Manage the team, sis. We all need to be on the same page.
You're right, but blood is thicker than water.
You know, I ain't trying to hear all that. I'm not here to hold hands. I'm here to win games and achieve greatness on and off the court. But in order for that to happen, I need everybody to be on point. Essentially, get right or get gone. Yeah, I don't have time to be teaching you guys how to work together. It either starts now or I find it elsewhere. Squashed?
Squashed.
Zucchini'd.
Mr. Dom Pagnotti. Mr. Diamond and Platinum himself. It's a love-hate relationship.
What are you thinking about people who see your brother as just a meal ticket?
Well, that's why I'm there. I'm the gatekeeper. Yep. I can smell it from a mile away.
When you take time out for your own personal life, do you have a personal life?
I do.
Where at? I think Freak is your personal life.
You can think whatever you want, mister. But, I have a personal life. Thanks.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think that should end the interview right now. Yeah? It's great meeting you.